Here's your daily Premier League news and transfer window update with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, YouTuber, and football writer. Welcome back to Chris Callan's channel. I want to thank Chris Callan for this opportunity today. Let's get straight into it. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. First part of the video, if you're unfamiliar, is headlines. Second part of the video is opinions as we dissect them. Morgan Gibbs-White has signed a new deal at Nottingham Forest until June 2028. Fabrizio Romano reports that the deal is off with Tottenham after all agree the medical was booked, and then Nottingham Forest were furious with legal action, should I say, prepared right after Spurs approach. Morgan Gibbs-White accepts to stay at Forest this summer. The Sun report that Morgan Gibbs-White is understood to have been so impressed by Mariaka's enthusiasm and vision for Forest's future that he agreed not to pursue a transfer to Tottenham. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea maintain active talks in the background for both Joel Hato and Xavi Simons. Both players are very keen on the Chelsea move, with Hato already agreeing personal terms. Xavi is advanced. Talks club to club with Leipzig and Ajax regarding transfer fee continue. Fabrizio Romano reports that despite approaches from two Premier League clubs ready for big proposals, Juventus have no plans to sell Keenan Yedzel. He's already part of the project, and a new deal is already under discussion with Juventus. Fabrizio Romano reports that Paris Saint-Germain have sent a new bid ready for Bournemouth's Ilai Sabani as talks are set to accelerate with Bournemouth. Nasser El Khairaoui was also involved as PSG want to get their top centre-back target. Fabrizio Romano reports that Tottenham have genuine interest in João Palhinha, and his initial approach has been made with his camp. More will follow in the next weeks, and there's been no formal proposal to buy him so far. David Alstein reports that Fulham are in advanced talks with Arsenal to sign Reece Nelson. Discussion, should I say, ongoing for the 25-year-olds on loan with a buy option and obligation and significant fee or permanent. Agreement between Fulham and Arsenal close but not done. Work is needed for the move to materialise. Next, Leeds sign Brazilian goalkeeper Lucas Perry from Lyon. He becomes Leeds' 7th signing of the summer transfer window. Arsenal signed Victor Gyökeres for Sporting. Sky Sports News report that the fee is 55.1 million plus 8.7 million in add-ons. Sky Sports News report that Newcastle United still wants to sign Brentford striker Johan Wissa. One source has told Sky Sports News that Wissa does not intend to return to training, and he feels disappointed with Brentford's approach in talks. A lot of rumours around him. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot has confirmed that Luis Diaz was left out of the squad to face AC Milan due to speculation surrounding his future, but that Darwin Núñez missed out due to injury. Sky Sports News report that Newcastle are set to move on to other targets, with a deal for Brentford forward Johan Wissa currently looking unlikely. Newcastle have been told that their offer has been good enough for the forward. They will walk away potentially. Sky Sports News reported on a slot, then that is that he said that Joe Gomez has departed the Liverpool tour of Asia due to injury. Eddie Howe has said there are no contract talks taking place with striker Alexander Isak. That will be for a later date potentially. There are things going on behind the scenes. Whatever happens has to be the best for the club. Of course, I hope Isak stays. Fabrizio Romano reports there's nothing ongoing between Alexander Isak and Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia right now. Isak has already turned down Saudi options. He said no, as his wish remains to play in the highest level at Europe. The real club in concrete talks, should I say, for Isak was and remains to be Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano says that Nottingham Forest will bid again for Dan Nadai with new proposal ready. Bologna rejected the first bid. They want to keep Nadai, but Forest are ready to push again from next week. Nadai has agreed terms with Forest 10 days ago. He does want this move. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea and RB Leipzig are now in advanced talks for Xavi Simons. Negotiations club to club are progressing well. Still work to do, but heading in a positive direction. Xavi is keen on the Chelsea project, with personal terms also advanced. Fabrizio Romano reports that Adam Anzu to Everton, here we go. Agreement done, and club exchanging documents for the left back to join Everton. Initial fee is worth €9 million plus €3 million in add-ons. Medical will take place in the next 24 hours. The players already said yes to the Everton project. Fabrizio Romano says he understands Bayern negotiated matching rights to be included in the Adam Özil verbal agreement with Everton. Documents have been prepared between the clubs, but Bayern want to have the chance to match future proposals for Ansu. Everton are planning their medical in the next 24 hours. Fabrizio Romano reports that Everton are in advanced talks to sign Malik Fofana from Olympique Lyon. Official bid has been submitted and clubs now in direct talks, with Everton also in contact with the players' camp. Everton in discussion on personal terms with Fofana as talks get underway. Fabrizio Romano says he understands Sunderland have asked for deal conditions for Shakhtar Donetsk goalkeeper Dimitri Rinksy. No proposal or concrete bid so far. Fabrizio Romano says plan confirmed with James Trafford. Medical test to take place on Monday at Manchester City, then signing 5-year deal at the club. Exclusive story confirmed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Arsu medical will start at Everton on Sunday, then complete all formal steps of a €12 million package move. Malik Fofana is a top target, with advanced talks ongoing with the club side, with OL is now up to the player. Fabrizio Romano reports that Leeds United have improved their bid to sign Igor Paxico today, trying to get deals sealed ASAP. Leeds are pushing with intention to close the story and full agreement with Finalist. It's confirmed Victor Gyokeres will wear the number 14 shirt. Victor Gyokeres said, I just felt that Arsenal was the right club for me. What I heard from Mikel and Andrea when I was speaking to them, and just what I've been seeing in the past years, how they've been playing football, they've made me choose Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano reports that Arsenal remain in contact with Eberechi Eze's camp since June, and the player is keen on the move. No club-to-club talks with Palace, as Arsenal are working on outgoings as priority now, with Reece Nelson to Fulham expected to be the next move. Fabrizio Romano reports that Al Nassr are in advanced talks to sign João Felix to hijack Benfica's move. Al Nassr have sent a permanent deal proposal to Chelsea and contract proposal to João Felix. The agreement is close, as final details are set to be discussed in the next 24 hours. Those are your headlines. There's quite a few. So we just pick out the main ones there. And the one that we're going to start with is, of course, is Morgan Gibbs-White. The saga is finally over. Very surprised by his decision, some would say, myself included. Where's his ambition if he doesn't want to play in the Champions League? But Forest have clearly offered him a very good deal and a new contract. So the whole saga maybe has helped Gibbs-White if he wanted to set Forest overall to get a better, contract offer. But who knows what would have actually... There's a lot that we don't know probably that went on, but it's a saga that will frustrate Tottenham because it's meaning the transfer window is pretty much halted, but they haven't been able to get it over the line. Someone said that's on Spurs as well, to be fair. Next, the one I want to talk about is... I'll talk about Ilyas Sabani. I think that he's more than likely to go to PSG. Surely Bournemouth can't turn down that amount of money. Or Bournemouth asking for too much. Yeah, again, time will tell, but that's a big move to watch. Tottenham having concrete interest in João Palhinha. That'd be good to see him back in the Premier League. Is he right for Frank's system? Certainly destroyer, the blocker, the good in 1v1s, the defensive midfielder Spurs need. Is it right for Frank's system? Does he have the level of passing that's required? Reece Nelson to Fulham seems the most obvious move of the transfer window. It was always going to happen. Fulham in advanced talks, they do tend to sign a lot of Arsenal and Chelsea players that don't quite work or are ready to move on or want first team football. Leeds 7th signing of the window. I mean, they're really getting business done. Arsenal finally signing Victor Gyokeres and giving him that number 14 shirt. Different reports about fees, though. That's the only thing. And Newcastle, very similar to my club Tottenham, having all of a sudden a disastrous transfer window. You can't seem to get Worcester done. I mean, if they bid like 25 million, let's say that Brentford turn around and said 40 million. I think it's absolutely worth it. I don't know what Newcastle are planning to do. Not acting with much intent at the moment at all, in my opinion. Yeah, so Arne Slot has confirmed that Diaz was left out of the squad due to speculation, but Núñez is just an injury. Newcastle already going to move on to other targets, like we're saying there. He's out. That's definitely one to watch. I still think there's a possibility he does leave Newcastle, so one to definitely keep an eye on things. Interesting, because Forest signed a lot of players like they're preparing Gibbs-White to go. I think they signed McAtee now, but Nana Dye, got a load of players like that. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. Chelsea's still going strong in advanced talks with Xavi Simons. That would be a really big sign. And Everton now starting to get business done, looking really strong. I think they can push into the top half next season under David Moyes. So, real fair play to them. James Trafford is going to sign for Man City. What's Burnley's plan about that? They're definitely going to miss him, but he can't maybe turn down that level of money at the same time. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, 14 shirt for Gyökeres, and he says that Arsenal's right for him. If Arsenal sign Eze, though, I do back them to win the league. It's that big of a sign, and they've done that well in the transfer window. So this is really one to watch. Arsenal and Eberechi Eze. I think Eze will leave Palace and probably join Arsenal, if I had to be totally honest. Felix is again in advanced talks to go to Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr. That's the last we see of him. Why did Bless go to Saudi? So those are my opinions and headlines. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back tomorrow for your daily Premier League news and transfer the headlines and opinions with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, YouTuber, and football writer. If you can, please follow me at HarryScarfe22 across all socials, football content creator, YouTuber, and football writer.